dear students, welcome back to the today's session, and this session we are going to continue the calculation of arithmetic mean with one more example. Take second example question. The question is like this: find out average marks of the students with the data given below. Find out average marks of the students with the data given below. This is what the question they have given, and data will also be there with the question. By using that data, we need to find out arithmetic mean, and the data is in continuous series. Now, marks 22, 30, 32, 40, 42, 50, 52, 60, 62, 70. Next, students. We will give a frequency. This is observations, and frequency of 5, 6, 11, 21, 7. This is what the data they have given. By using this data, we know to find out average marks. It means the mean marks. Average means finding single value. Even arithmetic mean means also finding the single value. Okay, the both meanings are same. Then they can ask find out arithmetic mean and average, like that. Okay. Now by using this, we are going to find out the mean marks are average marks of the student. We all know that in our last already we have discussed one problem. The one thing first we need to do in the continuous series is we need to convert the continuous series data into a midpoint. The class intervals we need to convert into as a midpoints. It means n. What is the formula to find out the midpoint? Upper class may mean plus lower class may be divided by 2. By using that formula, we need to find out the class midpoints. Then only we can able to calculate the further steps. Here, upper class limit is 30, the lower class limit is 20. By adding this, we get 50 divided by 2. If we do, we will come 25. In the same procedure can be applied to the each stage. 40 plus 30, 70. 70 divided by 2, 35. And 50 plus 40, 90. 90 divided by 2, 45. Next, 55, 65. Likewise, we can able to find the midpoint, or we can convert the class intervals into a midpoints. Got it? Then, the first, there are three methods to find out arithmetic mean. We all know that: direct method, assumed mean method, and step deviation method. In the direct method, formula is x bar is equal to sigma fn divided by sigma f. What we should do to apply this formula? Here sigma f into n is sum of frequency multiplied with midpoints. Frequencies multiplied with midpoints. Then all these frequencies we have to multiply with m. Then we will get f into m. Then we will get f into m. Your 5 into 25. F is 5, M is 25. 5 into 25, 125. 6 into 35. If you have a calcium, you can use it. 6 into 35, 210. 11 will get sigma Fm. Summing of all the F into M values will get sum of Fm or sigma Fm. Just add it now. 445, 1155 plus 495 plus 210 plus 125 is equal to 240. Answer we get. And now we also find out sum of frequencies. Sigma F is nothing but sum of frequencies. Here by adding all the frequencies, 5 plus 6, 6 plus 11, 11 plus 21 plus 7, we will be having 15. This is what sigma F. Sum of all the frequencies is nothing but 15. Now we can apply into the formula. X star is equal to sigma F how much? 2440. And sum of frequencies is 50. Then X star is equal to 2440 divided by 50 will get 48.8. This is what the answer will get. Now, after the direct method, we have one more method to discuss to calculate the average mass or arithmetic mean. What are that? Assume mean, method. Under assuming method, the formula is X bar is equal to A plus sigma FD divided by sigma F. If we want to apply to this formula, A means assume mean. Before finding the arithmetic mean, in the midpoints we have to take any one value as an assume mean. That is called A. And sigma F into D means sum of all the values which are we got through multiplying the frequencies with the deviations. And sigma F is nothing but sum of all the frequencies. Now, here we have to find out D. Then after finding the D means deviation. Deviation how we will get? By subtracting the observations with the assumed mean. After finding the deviation, we need to multiply with the frequencies. After multiplying, adding up all the F into D values, we will get sigma F into D. Now, we will find out deviations. Deviation is nothing but observations minus assumed mean. Here, before going to the deviations, first we need to take any one value as an assumed mean in the observations. Here, the center value is 45. Then we will take 45 as an assumed mean. 45 as an assumed mean. Here, deviation formula is M minus A. M minus A. Here, M is 25. 25 minus 45 will get 20. Which 20? Minus 20. 35 minus, see, 35 minus 45 will get minus 10, right? That is directly I am keeping your minus 10. 45 minus 45, 0. 55 minus 45 plus 10. 65 minus 45, 20. Next, after finding the deviation, what we should do? We need to multiply the D values with the F, means frequency. We need to multiply the deviation values with the frequencies, that is nothing but F into D. F into D. Now 60. 11 into 0, 0. 21 into 10, 210. 7 into 20, 140. Likewise, we have multiplied the deviations with the frequencies. We got this, and by adding all this f into d values, we will get sigma fd. Here, there are two minus values. Minus minus will become plus. 100 minus 100 minus 60 minus 160. 210 140. We will get 350. 350 minus 160. We will be having 190, right? 190. Got it now? Now sigma fd is 190. Now we'll apply to a formula. Got it? How we got the sigma f into d? By finding the deviation. Deviation formula is m minus a. M means midpoint, a means assuming. Assuming we will take from this midpoint. Got it? And after finding the this d values, we will be going to multiply with the f means frequencies. And after multiplying, adding this all f into d values, we will get sigma f into d. Now we will apply to our formula. What is the assumed mean? Assumed mean we have taken as a 45 plus sigma f into d how much? 190. 190 and sigma f is 50. X bar is equal to 45 plus 190 divided by 50. If we do, we will get 3.8. Yes, right? 190 divided by 50. You can use calculus also, and you will get 3.8. Then x bar is equal to 45 plus 3.8. We will get 48.8 as an answer. Same answer we obtained, right? Now do one more type of method to calculate arithmetic mean is step deviation. Step deviation method. Under this method, the formula is x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd dot. The changes is d dot. Your d is d dot divided by sigma f into c. Okay? Your a means as usual, assume me. Sigma f into d dot means d dot. How you will find out means by dividing the deviation values by the common factor. Dividing the deviation values by taking a common factor, we will get d dot. Okay, and after this d dot values, if we multiply it with the frequency, then adding all that, we will get sigma f into d dot. And sigma f means sum of the frequencies. Sum of the frequencies into c means common factor. Which common factor we have taken to divide the deviation values? The common factor value we should be write down here. Write down c means common factor. Then here, if you want to apply to the formula, the first we need to find out d dot. How to find out d dot? If you want to find out d dot, the formula is d by c. Formula is D by C. D means deviations, C means common factor. Common factor, how we will be going to take? Common factor means which in the deviated values, which is most appeared value in the all observations or all the values. Here maybe minimum value we can take as a common factor. The 10 is a minimum, right? Except 0. Then if you take 10, it's easy to take a D dot. Here common factor we are going to take. See how much we are going to take in? 10. Common factor is 10. Here deviation value is minus 20 divided by 10. How much? Minus 2. Minus 20 divided by 10. How much? Minus 2. Minus 10 divided by 10. Minus 1. 0 divided by 10. 0. 10 divided by 1. 10. 20 divided by 10. Sorry. 10 divided by 10. 1. 20 divided by 10. 2. Okay. Next, we need to multiply these D dot values with the frequencies. Then we get F into D dot. Got it? Here F is 5. 5 into 2 minus 10. 6 into 1 minus 6. 11 into 0, 0. 21 into 1, 21. 7 into 2, 14. And here the minus values are 16. Plus values are 35. 21. 14 is how much? 35. 35 minus 16 will get sigma F D dot is equal to 19. Right? Yes. Now we can apply this values into the formula. Here A is assuming how much we have taken 45 plus sigma F into D how much 19 and sigma F is 50 into C how much we have taken common factor as a 10. Then simplify this formula 45 plus 19 divided by 50 we will get 0.38 into 10. X bar is equal to 45 plus 0.38 into 10 3.8 we will get, and by adding 45 plus 3.8 we will get 48.8. This is what the answer. Got it? I hope all of you understood how to calculate arithmetic mean when the data is in group form, especially in continuous series. The main thing we will need to convert the class interval as a midpoint, and this midpoints we have to multiply with f. We will get f into f. Then by taking assuming in the midpoint, we can able to take a deviation, and after this deviation values when we multiply with f, we get f into d, and d dash how we get means by dividing the all deviation values by taking a common factor. And the secret how to take common factor means by taking any one minimum. Yes, this is how d dot we will get by dividing the deviation values by taking the common factor, and after finding d dot we will multiply these d dot values again with the f, and this is how to get the procedures. And you know about all the formulas in the continuous series and how to simplify and how to apply. I hope all of you understood. And now I am going to give one chart relating to the formulas of individual series. When the data is in individual series, what is the direct method formula, assuming method formula, and step deviation method formula. And when data is in discrete series, what is the direct method formula, discrete series, assuming and step deviation formula. When the data is in three forms, individual series, discrete series, and continuous take down. Here, types of data. Here, direct method formula. Direct method. Next, assume mean method. After that, step deviation method. Okay, here when the data is in ungrouped, especially ungrouped data, we also call it as individual series. When data is an individual series, ungrouped data, then the direct method formula is x bar is equal to sigma x divided by n. Here sigma x means sum of all the observations divided by number of items. Then assume mean method formula is x bar is equal to sigma d divided by a plus sigma d divided by n. Here a means assuming, sigma d means sum of all the deviation values divided by number of items. Then step deviation method formula is x bar is equal to a plus sigma d dot divided by n into c. A means assuming, sigma d dot means sum of all the d dot values divided by number of items into common factor. C means common factor. Then when it comes to grouped data, the grouped data are two. One is discrete series and continuous series. First we will discuss the formulas of discrete series. Here x bar is equal to sigma, f will be going to add. In the individual series only observation x will be there, but here f will be going to add. That's why add f in between sigma x, sigma fx, and instead of n also we can write down if you want, or else for the clarification the formula we are going to change it. Sigma f, sum of all the frequencies. Sigma fx divided by sigma f when the direct method we are going to use. If we are going to use assume method for the discrete series data, then formula is x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd divided by sigma f. Then step deviation, x bar is equal to a plus sigma fd dot divided by sigma f into c. Then continuous series same as usual will be there, but only changes is instead of x, in continuous series the data x and means observation will be in class interval. That observation will be going to modify as a midpoint. That's why instead of x bar is equal to sigma fm divided by sigma f. That is only changes between discrete and continuous series. Remaining two formulas will be same and steps will be also similar. Instead of x, we have to consider the m. X bar is equal to a plus sigma fd divided by sigma f. X bar is equal to a plus sigma fd dot divided by sigma f into c. This is what the formula chart of arithmetic mean. If you keep these formulas in your mind, it's able to solve any kind of problem relating to arithmetic mean. I hope all of you understood this. And one more thing you need to understand, the most important feature of arithmetic mean is always the sum of all the deviations symbolically sum of all the observations about arithmetic mean will be 0. This is most important feature of the arithmetic mean that I will clarify. Now I hope you've written this formula chart, right? Now I am going to rub this. Important property or the feature of arithmetic mean is sum of, write down, it is most important, the last one, the sum of deviations of items about arithmetic mean is always equals to 0. Always equals to 0. That is, in symbolically we can write down sum of all the observation about arithmetic mean. X means observation. X bar means arithmetic mean is always equals to 0. Sum of all the observations about arithmetic mean will be always equals to 0. For example, I will show you how it will be works. Now take X. 89, 40, 60, 65, 87, 85. Okay. For this, we'll find out arithmetic mean, that whether by summing of all the observations will be about the arithmetic mean will become 0 or not. We'll check it out now. Add all this 89 plus 40 plus 40, 60, 65, 87, 89 will get sum of all the observations will be 426 and n. Now we need to find out n. N means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 6. N means number of items is 6. Sum of all the observation is 426. Now apply to the formula. X bar is equal to 426 divided by 6 will get 426 divided by 6 will get 71. We'll check it out now. X minus X bar. When X is 89, X bar is 71. How much will get? 89 minus 71 minus 18. Yes. Next, X is 40. X bar means arithmetic mean is 71. 40 minus 71 is minus 31. Here there is no minus. Plus 18. 89 minus 71 plus 18. 40 minus 71 here minus is highest value, right? Then the sign will become minus only. Minus 31, 60 minus 71 is equal to minus 11, because in front of 71 there is a minus. Then from 71 we are subtracting the 60, then minus will be same. Then 65 minus 71 will be minus 6. Then 87 minus 71, 87 minus 71 is 16. 85 minus 71 will be 14. Now add all this, we'll get sigma x minus x bar. How much? 18. The plus values will add separate. 18 plus 16 plus 14. 18 plus 16 plus 14 is 48. 31 plus 11 plus 6 is 48. Plus 48 plus 48 minus 48. Plus in the minus, we will get 0. Yes. Now it is proved. Sum of all the observations and summing of all the observation items about arithmetic mean always equals to the 0. Okay. This is important for 1 mark. So last by giving this formula, whether it is equals to 0 or positive or negative, it is equals to always 0. The sum of all the observation of the items about arithmetic mean will be always 0. Now we will go to one more important topic in arithmetic mean. As told you in the previous sessions, in arithmetic mean there are different types. In that, one more important type of arithmetic we are going to discussing, that is weighted arithmetic mean. Okay, now we'll discuss what is about weighted arithmetic mean. Take down the meaning. One proper weights of various items are given. Here is given according to their importance, then or weighted arithmetic mean is, then weighted arithmetic mean is used or calculated. Here, weighted arithmetic mean means we won't take only the observations. For the each observation, and according to the importance of the observation, they will give the weights to the each item or various items of the observation. Here what we will do, when proper weights of the various items are given according to their importance, then the weighted arithmetic mean is going to be calculate. They will ask 1 marks. What is weighted arithmetic mean? Weighted arithmetic mean means where the proper weights of various items are given on the basis of or according to the importance of the item, and then it means the weighted arithmetic mean will be going to calculate. When we are going to calculate weighted arithmetic mean, when we have given proper weights according to the importance of the item. And the formula for weighted arithmetic mean, x bar means arithmetic mean, x bar w means weighted arithmetic mean is equal to sigma wx, sum of weights into observations divided by sum of weights. Got it? xw is equal to sigma wx divided by sigma w will be the formula to calculate weighted arithmetic mean. This is only 1 mark or 2 mark question they will ask. Just know the meaning. No need to calculate this. Okay, weighted arithmetic mean is calculated only when they have given weights to the items according to the importance. Then it will be going to calculate. The formula is sigma x bar w. It means weighted arithmetic mean is equal to sum of weights into observations. Sum of weights into x are observation divided by sum of weights. Got it? This is what about arithmetic mean. Then I hope all of you understood the arithmetic mean, and remaining 2 more methods are there in central tendency tree to find out the average. What are the 2 methods? Median and mode. And next session onwards we are going to start the one more type of average, that is median. Thank you everyone.